No, I want to add to what he's saying. It's really great because, like I said, now you know I remember some things. It's kind of funny, and you know, I spent a lot of time, you know, studying artists, but really studying what made them successful. I mean, I don't like to hear the story that an artist made a lot of money, but he was dead or she was dead. I mean, come on, who does? Come on. Once again, that just doesn't work, okay? But some of the artists that we all know that actually survived, you know, like Warhol, you know. A few other artists out there, Leroy Neiman, you know, Kincaid, definitely Kincaid. I can't believe he left here that early. Very successful artist. But what happens is, we are in a field, be real right now. If you really want to do this, get real serious with yourself. This is the kind of business, if you get in this business, you got to really want it, okay? And you're going to have opposition coming from every direction because this is no longer, you're not fitting in the matrix. To be a musician, to be an artist, to be anything that's different than the norm, you're going to catch a lot of hell from people. You just are, right? Like a man said here. And you're going to get all the fake stuff and all the negative energy around you, and you're going to doubt yourself. Now, it's so hard to plow through that, you know. And I had to deal with that like in a city like Cleveland, where it's really not so popular to try to be an artist or something like that coming out of Cleveland. It just doesn't work. You got to leave there to go make it. And I just found it out myself. It's so funny, now that I've left Cleveland, now I'm a local celebrity there now. Yeah, all my friends would call me like, man, your work is on display everywhere, even at Cleveland Hopkins Airport, all down the concourse. Now, if I was there, they wouldn't want to talk to me. Okay, so I'm starting to see how this works. It really does work. So when you leave and go somewhere else, now you're truly appreciated. It's not a joke. It's really real. It's happening now. All my friends now, the ones that were laughing in my face and the ones that are being fake, they all have something of mine collected on the side, waiting. They're just waiting. I got people coming in. Yeah, I got that first T-shirt you did. It's all in paper, you know, plastic. I got to put away. You know, everybody, even the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame that did not, in a sense, support me in some of the work, even though I was doing musical work as a photographer, and I could paint like this. And the local TV stations did stories on me and said, I can't believe you're not doing blah, 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 blah with the Rock Hall. They saw something, but they didn't want to. Somebody called me from their secret vault that's down underground where they keep the Michael Jackson glove and Jimmy, I mean the real stuff. They said, your artwork is down here in the vault. You know? So once again, I see these strange things happening, but that tells me that you're on the right path. Tells me on the right path. But be prepared for the resistance. It's going to be so hard to plow through some of this. But you have to have the strength and the power and the energy and the belief to continue forward no matter what anybody says. I mean, it might be your wife or your husband or your kids. You got to shut them out and go back in that room, right? Yep. Turn the music up loud. Do what you got to do.
And that's what it's about. Find the people who are like you, who are like-minded, who are looking for the same things. That's why I'm very, I like to push the drawing sessions. Where do you get to find a bunch of artists you get to draw with without paying thousands of dollars to go to art school and see those same people? You know, all around town. There's a lot of events that are going on around town, and some of them $5, $10, whatever. And just go, you sit down, and once you start passing out a book, like we did here earlier today, once you start passing the black book to somebody else, you get to see other skills, you get to start talking, and those are the people who you want around you to get that creativity going, to get that power going within each other, and saying, oh man, now I know what I need to do. Every time I see these artists work, and most of y'all's work, it's like, they're leaving me behind. I need to get up. And that's what you want. That's the encouragement. That's the support that you want. That's why we're all here, and we're glad that you're here. Please tweet.
You know,
tbbcatl.
You know, this guy's leaving some stuff out. I tell you what, but I mean, I don't know how we met, Dan, but I mean, this guy is really a gem here. You know, and this guy, you know, he actually walks the walk. You know, and he supports what we all do. And a lot of places, like you well know, we go and people are faking it, pretending, but this guy really does it. And I don't know, we crossed paths somewhere, and right away I knew that Dan was real, and he knew I was real, and he's like, come on, man, let's go. And I said, anytime you need me, I'm going to be a part of it. You know, but like I said, we need to be around like-minded people. Then once you get past a few little bumps, there's going to be some bumps, then you start to realize you can do this, and you really can make some magic happen, okay? Because one day they're going to be talking about you one day, okay? I don't care who those haters were, right? They're going to love you down the road one day. You're going to be at the family reunion somewhere, and they're going to be like, oh, yeah, remember Uncle oh, yeah, he made it. Or Aunt Jill, she made it. I love her work now. You know, it's really weird how it works. I'm starting to realize, too, in art, if you really want to make your art successful, take some really serious psychology classes. Art is psychology. People out here in the world, it's all a psych thing, you know. It's what makes people believe in what you have. There's a lot of talent all over this world, but what's going to make those people really believe in your product and what you do? You have to put out a whole other kind of thing to make them believe in what you're believing in. It's kind of strange. I've noticed. It seems like even when I've seen great talented people come up with ideas, it seems like the average person is 5 years behind their idea. They might have created something that's wonderful, but nobody gets it yet. And then the artist gets frustrated, and then they don't want to bother with it. And then 4 years, 5 years later, then all of a sudden it's the greatest thing that ever happened. So there's a lot of psychology you got to learn in this business, I'm starting to wonder. And then I started to realize, too, creating a great buzz around yourself is like a big magnet, okay? So some artists just sit in their studio and they never come out. And I say that's the worst thing you do. You got to get out in public. You got to go to all the events. You got to be out there where people see you. People can take pictures with you. People can tweet about you. I mean, it's working for me. And once again, it's a brand, and it really, really, really does work because after a while, it's like a snowball, and it starts to just build and grow bigger and bigger. But just get out there and sell your thing and just do those wild things and hang out at the parties and do what you do, and you'd be surprised it starts working for itself.
And you don't show up and things like that. What is it about you that you know you have to do for yourself as an artist?
Okay, I think that's just professionalism. That's like basically. Well, I think by the time I was in LA, I was already kind of like more refined, and I've learned a lot of that from really my earlier years back in the '80s, like when I was airbrushing shirts at the mall, because like Neal was saying, like I just put myself out there. You know, I dealt with the public. I think if I was sitting at home in those developing years for myself, I'd probably been like extra shy talking to somebody. Probably been afraid to ask for some money. You know what I mean? So, but I was always big on doing things right. And that's another thing kind of came from within the family, like being professional about how you handle yourself. So sometimes, you know, some people, they want to get this job and that day comes where that big job does come in. Get 10 G's just to draw maybe a portrait or something like that. You know, so now you get the 10 G's and you spend the money right away before you deliver the job. Say they just happen to get it. You spend the money for you. Okay, that's rule number one that you just messed up. You know, and then because, you know, say the person is not satisfied with it, then you have to have your rules, your guidelines set up. And like Dan said, you're going to have the lawyer is going to be coming in. There's a book called This Business of Art that helped me when I was younger. And that book talked about the process of, you know, how to deal with a client, getting a deposit before you start your work, because some people, you know, will do the work, deliver the job, and then the person disappears, and then you get mad at them when it's really on you. You shouldn't have gave it to them because that's your trump card. You know what I mean? A kill fee. A kill fee is when, say, you're working on the job, and they turn around and say, you know, we don't need that job anymore. You know, there could be a number of reasons. Not necessarily like they're trying to scam you, but say it was for a publishing company and the article or whatever they were going to do changed. We don't need the artwork for that anymore. Stop working on it. Yeah, but do I still get paid for the job? I already started it. Then what is, there's a kill fee where you may get X amount of dollars for the time served. You know what I mean? So really the whole concept of professionalism, how you handle yourself, I mean, some of it is almost like common sense. Somebody gives you money, you got to deliver. You know, if you say that you can do this, and they're paying you because you said you can do this. Now, if you got paid and all of a sudden you're not doing it, and you're hard to reach and all that stuff, what happens is some people, they may not even tell you that you messed up. You know, they'll just let it slide, but then you don't realize that your reputation is being damaged because then you do it again, and you do it again. You thinking you're getting over because you're getting money here, here, and here. And it's ironic because I knew people like that who would take money from people, not deliver on what it is they said they were going to do, and kind of like I'm gonna say skip town. It's kind of like get out of the circle of where that person can find them to move into another circle. It's like they always got to constantly get around new people. to kind of like reinvent themselves every time because they already burnt their bridges with all these people over here. And I always knew that was wrong. Like even when I was like in my teens, it's like you don't do that. So I think that's, kind of just to kind of sum that up. You just kind of want to be professional on all levels. If there's things you're not sure of, like I said, there's that book, This Business of Art, which I think is the bomb book. And there's another one on pricing and ethical guidelines that's put out by the Society. What is that? Graphic Artist Guild. That's right. Thank you, sir. And that's pretty much it for that one.
What do you say, Neal?
I'm gonna go back to that. Like I said, let's really get to it. Like Dawud said, it really is a business, and you really, and this is probably where 90% of the artists out there fail, because they don't look at it as a business. They think I can do something that's cute and it's good and it's nice, but they really don't come at it like business. So just imagine, your client is not going to treat you like you're professional or business. They're going to just, it just becomes a mom and pop shop type of thing. So the ones that are going to rise to the top, the cream that's going to rise, are those artists who are going to be super, super serious about what they do. And like I said, I've seen a lot of artists fail that way because they're just trying to get over and trying to make $1 here, trying to make $1 there. No. You treat them, it's okay to say no. It really is okay to say no. They're not paying you what you know your work is worth, and they're not going to pay you on the terms, because I don't do anything without a contract. Like you said, I go in there 50% down on before I start, and here's the estimated time I'm going to do it in. Here's the kill fee. All that stuff's in there. The rights, who gets the rights after it's done, the publication rights. It's got to be real business. And then when I deliver it, I want the deposit. the balance of the check right there that day, not the next day, not next week. Right then, it's all in the contract. And business people know that. And see, but that's where I know a lot of artists fail in that area. But if they start to realize, treat this just like any other business, you'll do much better. That way, you don't get your feelings hurt, and you definitely don't mess up, with your client. And once you get a few of those under your belt, you'd be surprised. Like you said, your reputation now is in a great place where now they pass that on to others and say, well, you can really work with this artist. They're dependable. They do good work. Their prices are fair, and blah, blah, blah. And you'd be surprised that now it starts to actually to work for you. It's just that simple. But I've seen too many artists just mess it up all day long because they just don't stay on that point. Yes, sir.
Can I make a comment based on?
Sure, you can make a comment.
My name is Mike Reynolds. I'm a screen printer for over 20 years, self-employed. And what you're saying is absolutely true. Typically, when the artists come in, what I find is that they come in with a client that needs artwork done, then they want to get it printed. And what happens so often is that artist that comes to me and says, Mike, I got a job that needs to be printed, doing the artwork for this client. As soon as I'm done, I'm going to give you the artwork. Well, by the time he gives me the artwork, he hasn't even got paid to be done.
Right.
And the customer, he's ready to pay me because he knows I'm not going to print anything until he pays the product.
Right.
And he knows he can't pick up the product until he pays the balance on it. So what I learned to do over the years is to include the artist in the process.
Right.
And say, look, you got a balance outstanding with this artist for $150.
Good for you.
Everything included. You're going to pay this fee for printing. This is your deposit. It's going to include the artist fee, and this is what you need to pay at the end of the process. So many artists come and they don't understand the process. And the minute that customer can get past that artist with that artwork in his hand, the artist is out of the picture.
Totally. And like you said, it happens over and over and over again.